Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampbooknelly.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Today I'd like to show you how to make this beautiful fun fold card. So it folds up to fit in a standard UK C6 envelope like so. So you could write a to and a from in there if you wished to, but there's plenty of room on the back that's got grubby to write messages instead. I just thought this paper is gorgeous. It's Lost Lagoon and it's from the Inked Botanicals set, which has all sorts of gorgeous nature inspired prints, and has the colours Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink and Pool Party. So I have also used the Dainty Delight stamps, and I used each of the floral images apart from that tiny little one, and 3 of the sentiments from it as well, 1 on each panel. This card was inspired by one that my friend Valerie made for our June classes, where we featured the Zoo Crew suite. Valerie's measurements are based on US cardstock, so I've just done a few tweaks to it, make mine a little bit longer and a little bit narrower to use half a sheet of A4 card for that. Okay, so I've got the other half of the sheet of A4 basic white thick card. So I'm just going to do some scoring on that. And again, I changed my scoring from Valerie's one as well, but I've just covered up my instructions, which is not a good idea. Let's move them over here where I can see them. So yes, this piece of card is 4 1/8 by 11 3/4, which is the full length and half the width of an A4 sheet. So on that long side, I want to score that at 2 3/4. So making sure that that's butted right the way up, 2 3/4, there we go. Then I want to move that along to 4 1/4. Then 7 1/4. I do this all the time. I put things at the side here and then forget that I have to put the arm out there and lay it flat. 7 1/4. And 8 3/4. Like so. Alright, so that's all the scoring. All of the measurements for this will be in my blog post. There will be a link to that blog in the description for this video. So I basically want to do a mountain and then a valley. Then a mountain, and a valley fold. So we end up with this 3 zigzags on there. Okay, so that's how that looks. And then we've got our panels. So I'm sticking with the same colour palette. Again, I have Lost Lagoon, and these pieces of card measure 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. And I've got 2 of those for the first 2 panels. Then I've got designer series paper that's 3 5/8 by 3 5/8, 2 of those. And then for the last panel, the card, I've not written, oh yeah, 3 7/8 by 2 5/8, and then the designer series paper is 3 5/8 and 2 3/8. As I say, all measurements in my blog post, get them there. Make sure I haven't just told you a whole load of rubbish. And then I've got a little piece of white card that is 3 3/8 by 2 1/8 that will go on there. I've already die cut 2 circles from basic white card. These are using the Stylish Shapes dies, and it is the second largest circle there. So 2 of those, and they will go on those panels like that. So we need to do a little bit of stamping and then lots of gluing. Let's just put all of these bits to the side and get them glued in a moment or two, and we can have fun doing some stamping. Right, so I'm stamping with Memento ink. I'm going to bring this one back here so you can see it again. Stamped the image in Memento Black Tuxedo ink, and I'm going to go with the biggest image first, and for that I actually think it's better bringing your stamp pad to your ink pad to your stamp, even like that. All right, so you're only going to see a bit of it. Pop that on there, peel that off, lovely. And then what I think I will do is stamp the sentiment with Lost Lagoon before I stamp anything else, just so I make sure I've still got room for it. So it's Celebrate You. It's going to go there, like so. So I want to fill in a little bit in here, and do you know what I'm just going to do is the same stamp again, but this time just get that bit there. Oh, I just stamped that in Lost Lagoon. Oopsie. I won't be using that one again. And I'm gonna, what I'll do is I'll stamp the sentiment for this, The Best Is Yet to Come, up here, and again I can know where to stamp there. Let's just do the final sentiment. Sending love during this season of growth, and then we can do get rid of that, and then I won't use it incorrectly again. And let's go with this one. Ink that up. Move that a little bit so I don't get any ink on it. I know what I'm like. There. And again, we'll do I'm just going to do a little bit of that there. I've got, where's the other one? There it is. Let's use this one. Let's put some of, I don't mind if I overlap, which I have done there, but that's fine. Okay, we've got those two, and then I've got another stamp. Love that you get so much selection of really pretty stamps from this set, and I'm going to stamp that right up there. Awesome. And come back in with this. And just try that again. Make sure I've got it all covered. And pop that in. Just down a little bit more. So I've taken up more space on this one than I did on that one. Again, let me put me lid on that, so don't, and then put all of these muggy stamps over to the one side ready for cleaning. And I'm going to clean my hands as well. I've got some hand sanitizer here. Not too bad. Right. So I've only used 3 Stampin' Blends for this. Need my glasses on. And so again, I've stuck with Lost Lagoon, but used the light one to colour in all of the leaves on here. And you can take more time and not make quite as much mess as me. Actually quite therapeutic to take your time. Oops, gone over the edge there. Not clever. And then of course I've got this stamped in Lost Lagoon. Which was not my intention. I'm going to do a couple of these little bits as leaves as well. Then I will come in with the bubble bath and just colour these flowers. Really love these soft colours. They're a fabulous addition to the palette that we've all got to play with. It's fab. And I think I used Petal Pink perhaps on that, but I'm going to go with Lemon Lolly. A little bit brighter. And I'm just doing tiny little dabs on these bits. And I'm not bothered that it's actually going outside the line, it's just giving you that little bit of colour. Do the same on here. So it's a little bit more subtle at that side when you've stamped in the wrong colour. What will I do those? I think I will do some dark Petal Pink. Let's just do that. Bring that in as well. These are all in the Subtles colour pack, so nice and complementary. So we've got that one, and then I've got these 2 that I want to do as well. Again, I'll start off with doing the leaves, and I'll probably fast forward you through this bit here. Okay, so I've got my colouring done on that. It's now just a case of doing some gluing. So decide which way round I want them. I think I want that, and then that. Let me just glue those all in place. Okay, so it is now just a case of adding the panels on, and the smaller panel is nice and easy. We just pop that right the way in here. Easy peasy. Then with these two, I'm going to flatten this out a little bit. I want to add that there, but obviously I can't add glue there. So I normally would add glue to the back of the thing that I'm sticking on, but this time I'm adding it where I'm going to stick it to. So you can go right up to that line, but don't go too close top, bottom, or to the left, because you want to leave yourself a nice little margin there. And the other thing I want to check is that I've got it in line with the one I've put on already. Okay, so pressing that down, good to go. And similarly, I can go right up to the edge at this score line, but not right to the bottom, top, or left hand side. Pop that on, making sure my margins are okay, and then fold it over and make sure I've got that in line, like so. And they all line up quite nice and neatly there. Okay, I think on this one I am going to add a little bit of bling. Oops, sorry. And I think I've still got some brass butterflies. I do. Here we are. I think they would be the perfect addition beside these little flowers. I'll put one in there, one there, because I've got a little spot of something. I'm going to stick with just the smaller ones and pop that there. And that all folds nicely together. Two different versions, all inspired by Valerie's card. Just slightly different measurements and very different decoration on that. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I'd love for you to click on the subscribe button and then click the bell to get notification the next time I upload a tutorial. Until then, please do take care. Bye.